Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram, Ram Ram. Thank you very much for joining the class. We are reading from very important section of Bhagavad Gita, ch-16. There are 26 qualities, the divine qualities. We read up to 4 points. First 3 Vashanashis. Fearlessness, purity of his purity, purify his existence, Shatta Sangshuddhi, and Jnana Yoga Vyavasthiti, being engaged in cultivation of knowledge. Fourth one, charity for the Grihasthas. We read up to that. So we read from today, Dhammo, self-control. Fifth point. Then as far as Dhamma or self-control is concerned, it is not only meant for other orders of religious society, but is especially meant for householders. Although he has a wife, the householder should not use his senses for sex life unnecessarily. There are restrictions for the householders, even in sex life, which should only be engaged in for the propagation of children. If he does not require children, he should not enjoy sex life with his wife. Modern society enjoys sex life with contraceptive methods or more abominable methods to avoid the responsibility of children. This is not in the transcendental quality, but is demonic. If anyone, even if he is a householder, wants to make progress in spiritual life, he must control his sex life and should not beget a child without the purpose of serving Krishna. If he is able to beget children who will be in Krishna consciousness, one can produce hundreds of children. But without this capacity, one should not indulge only for sense pleasure. Next point is sacrifice. This is also for the householders. Sacrifice is another item to be performed by the householders, because sacrifices require a large amount of money. Those in other orders of life, namely Brahmacharya, Vanprastha and Sannyas, they have no money. They live by begging. So performance of different types of sacrifice is meant for the householders. They should perform Agnihotra sacrifices as enjoined in the Vedic literature. But such sacrifices at the present moment are very expensive, and it is not possible for any householder to perform them. The best sacrifice recommended in this age is called Sankirtan Yajna. This Sankirtan Yajna, the chanting of Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, is the best and most inexpensive sacrifice. Everyone can adopt it and derive benefit. So, these 3 items, namely charity, dhan, sense control, dhamma, and tapa. Yajna. Dana, dhamma, yajna. Dana, charity. Sense control, Dhamma, and Yajna, purpose sacrifice, are meant for the householders. First three for the sannyasis, second three for the householders, total six. Now, seventh one. Then Sadhvaya, Vedic study, is meant for brahmachari or student life. Brahmacharis should have no connection with women. They should live in a life of celibacy and engage the mind in the study of Vedic literature for cultivation of spiritual knowledge. This is called Swadhyaya. Number 8. So seventh one for brahmachari and eighth one for retired life. The tapas or austerity is especially meant for the retired life. One should not remain a householder throughout his whole life. He must always remember that there are four divisions of life: brahmacharya, grihastha, vanpastha, and sannyas. So after grihastha household life, one should retire. Even lives for 100 years, he should spend 25 years in student life, 25 years in household life, 25 years in retired life, and 25 years in the renounced order of life. These are the regulations of the Vedic religious discipline. A man retired from household life must practice austerities of the mind, body, and tongue. That is tapasya. The entire Varnashram Dharma society is meant for tapasya. Without tapasya or austerity, no human being can get liberation. The theory that there is no need of austerity in life, that one can go on speculating and everything will be nice, is recommended neither in the Vedic literature nor in Bhagavad. Such theories are manufactured by show-bottle spiritualists for trying to gather more followers. If there are restrictions, rules, and regulations, people will not become attracted. Therefore, those who want followers in the name of religion just to have a show only, don't restrict the lives of their students, not their own lives, but that method is not approved by the Vedas. Austerity. Next point is Arjavam, simplicity. 9 point. As far as Brahmanical quality of simplicity is concerned, not only should be a particular order of life follow this principle, but every member, be he in the Brahmacharya ashram, Grihastha ashram, Vanprastha ashram, or Sannyasa ashram, one should be very simple and straightforward. Simplicity. This is for everybody. Number 10, ahimsa, means not arresting the progressive life of any living entity. One should not think that since the spirit spark is never killed, even after the killing of the body, there is no harm in killing animals for sense gratification. People are now addicted to eating animals in spite of having an ample supply of grains, fruits, and milk. মিথ্যে বললাম? মিথ্যে বললাম? There is no necessity for animal killing. This injunction is for everyone. When there is no alternative, one may kill an animal, but it should be offered in sacrifice. At any rate, when there is an ample food supply for humanity, persons who are desiring to make advancement in spiritual realization should not commit violence to animals. A real ahimsa is the different definition. Normal definition, not to kill. But real ahimsa means not checking one's progressive life. The animals are also making progress in their evolutionary life by transmigrating from one category of animal life to another. If a particular animal is killed, then his progress is checked. If an animal is staying in a particular body for so many days or so many years and is untimely killed, then he has to come back again in that form of life to complete the remaining days in order to be promoted to another species of life. So, their progress should not be checked simply to satisfy one's palate. This is called ahimsa. Point 11. Satyam. This word means that one should not distort the truth for some personal interest. In Vedic literature, there are some difficult passages, but the meaning or the purpose should be learned from a bona fide spiritual master. That is the process for understanding the Vedas. Shruti means that one should hear from the authority. So, whose point? Satyam. So, ahimsa satyam akradhos tyag. Shruti means that one should hear from the authority. One should not construe some interpretation for his personal interest. There are so many commentaries on Bhagavad Gita that misinterpret the original text. The real import of the word should be presented, and that should be learned from a bona fide spiritual master. 12th point is akrodho. Akrodho means to check anger, no krodha. Even if there is provocation, one should be tolerant. For once one becomes angry, his whole body becomes polluted. Anger is a product of mode of passion and lust. So, one who is transcendentally situated should check himself from anger. 13th point is opaisunam. Opaisunam means that one should not find fault with others or correct them unnecessarily. Very nice point. One should not find fault with others or correct them unnecessarily. We unnecessarily want to go for correcting others. Why? So many things we do in this world. Of course, to call a thief is not fault finding. But to call an honest person a thief is very much offensive for one who is making advancement in spiritual life. Now, 14th is hiri. Hiri. Hiri means modesty. He means that one should be very modest and must not perform some act which is abominable. 15th point is achapalam. Chapal means flickering mind. Achapalam means not flickering, means determination. Nishchaya means that one should not be agitated or frustrated in some attempt. There may be failure, but one should not be disappointed. There may be failure in some attempt, but one should not be very sorry for that. He should make progress with patience and determination. Patience and determination. What is the question verse? Utshad, Nishchad, Dharja. Nishchad and Dharja. Patience with determination. Number 16. Teja. The word Tejas used here is meant for Kshatriyas. The Kshatriyas should always be very strong to be able to give protection to the weak. They should not pose themselves as non-violent. If violence is required, they must exhibit it. But a person who is able to carve down his enemy may, under certain conditions, show forgiveness. He may excuse minor offenses. Number 17, Shoucham means cleanliness. Not only in mind and body, but in one's dealing also. It is especially meant for the mercantile people who should not deal in the black market. No otimanita, no otimanita is number 18. Not expecting honor applies to the Shudras, the worker class. They want always their hand character honor, which are considered, according to the Vedic injunction, to be the lowest of the fourth class, this worker class. They should not be puffed up with unnecessarily prestige or honor and should remain in their own status. It is the duty of the Shudras to offer respects to the higher class for the upkeep of the social order. So Prabhupada does not explain all 26. All these 26 qualifications mentioned are transcendental qualities, Daivi Shampad. They should be cultivated according to the different statuses of social and occupational order. The purport is that even though material conditions are miserable, if these qualities are developed by practice by all classes of men, then gradually it is possible to raise to the highest platform of transcendental realization. Next verses. दम्भ दर्प अभिमानश्च क्रोध पारुष्यमेव च अज्ञानम चाभियातस्य पार्थ संपदमाशुरीम. Dambha, pride. Darbha, arrogance. Abhimana, conceit. মিথ্যে বললাম কোথায়? কি করছি? অভিমান, conceit. Ch, and. Krodha, anger. Parushyam, harshness. Eva, certainly. Ch, and. Ajnanam, ignorance. Ch, and. Abhijatasya, one who is born of. Partha, O son of Pritha. Sampadam, the qualities. Ashuram, the demonic nature. Pride arrogance, conceit, anger, harshness, and ignorance. These qualities belong to those of demonic nature, Osana Pritha. It's a nice word. Partha Sampadam Ashurim. The Sampad qualities of Ashura, these six: pride, arrogance, conceit, anger, harshness, and ignorance. In this verse, the royal road to hell is described. The demoniac want to make a show of religion and advancement in spiritual science, although they do not follow the principles. They are always arrogant or proud in possessing some type of education or so much wealth. They desire to be worshipped by others and demand respectability, although they do not command respect. Over triples, they become very angry and speak harshly, not gently. They do not know what should be done and what should not be done. They do everything whimsically according to their own desire, and they do not recognize any authority. These demoniac qualities are taken on by them from the beginning of their bodies in the wombs of their mothers. And as they grow, they manifest all these inauspicious qualities. Number 5. Daivi sampad vimokshaya nibandhaya shurimata ma shucha sampadam daivim abhijato vashi pandavaha. Daivi sampad, transcendental assets, vimokshaya, meant for liberation. Daivi sampad vimokshaya, the transcendental assets for liberation. Nibandhaya, for bondage. Ashuri, demonic qualities. Mata are considered. Ma shucho, don't worry. Ma shucho, don't worry. Sampadam assets, Doivim, transcendental. Abhijata, born of Osi, you are. Pandava, O son of Pandu. The transcendental qualities are conducive to liberation, whereas the demonic qualities make for bondage. Do not worry, O son of Pandu, for you are born with the divine qualities. Lord Krishna encouraged Arjuna by telling him that he was not born with demonic qualities. His involvement in the fight was not demoniac, because he was considering the pros and cons. He was considering whether respectable persons such as Bhishma and Drona should be killed or not. So he was not acting under the influence of anger, false prestige, or harshness. Therefore, he was not on the quality of the demons. For a Kshatriya, a military man, shooting arrows at the enemy is considered transcendental, and refraining from such a duty is demonic. Therefore, there is no cause for Arjuna to lament. Anyone who performs the regulative principles of the different orders of life is transcendentally situated. Text 6. Dau bhuta shargo lokeshmin daiva ashurev cha daiva vistarasha prapta ashuram partha mesrin. Dau, two, bhuta shargo, created living being, loke in the world was made this. Daiva, godly, Ashura, demoniac, Eva, certainly, Cha, and Daiva, the divine, Vistarasha at great length. Praktaha said, Ashuram, the demoniac, Partho, son of Pritha, may from me, Sinu, just here. O son of Pritha, in this world, there are two kinds of created beings. One is called divine and other demonic. I have already explained to you at length the divine qualities. Now hear from me of the demonic. Lord Krishna, having assured Arjuna that he was born with the divine qualities and is now describing the demonic way. The conditioned living entities are divided into two classes in this world. Those who are born with divine qualities follow a regulated life, and that is to say, they abide by the injunctions of scriptures and by the authorities. One should perform duties in the light of authoritative scripture. This mentality is called divine. One who does not follow the regulative principles as they are laid down in the scriptures and who acts according to his whims is called demoniac or asuri. There is no other criterion but obedience to the regulative principles of the scriptures. It is mentioned in the Vedic literature that both the demigods and the demons are born of the Prajapati. The only difference is that one class obeys the Vedic action and the other does not. Dharmam tu sakshat Bhagavad Pranitam. Ashurastha viparja. Dharmic demigod means who follow scriptures. And Ashurastha viparja. And Ashur means just opposite. Now from 7th verse, we'll explain the qualities of the demons. For Krishna, Krishna is saying, Arjuna, I have explained so many times divine qualities. Now in this chapter, I'll explain some demoniac qualities so that we can tell you with ourselves how much demonic qualities there in our heart. Pravrittim cha nivrittim cha janana vidura shuraha na shoucham na pichacharo na sattam tishi vidyate. Pravrittim cha nivrittim cha. Pravritti, acting properly. Cha also nivrittim, not acting improperly. Nivrittim. Pravrittim, acting properly. Cha also nivrittim, not acting improperly. Cha and jana, persons, no, never. We do know ashura of demoniac quality. No, never. Shoucham, cleanliness. No, not. Opi also. Cha and acharo, behavior. Sanskrit goodness. Cha jo acharo, chacharo. Cha acharo. No, never. Shattam, truth. Teshu in them vidyate, there is. Those who are demoniac do not know what is to be done and what is not to be done. Neither cleanliness, nor proper behavior, nor truth is found in them. Purport. In every civilized human society, there is some set of scriptural rules and regulations, which is followed from the beginning, especially among the Aryans. Those who adopt the Vedic civilization and who are known as the most advanced civilized people, those who do not follow the scripture are supposed to be demons. Therefore, it is stated here that the demons do not know the scriptural rules, nor do they have any inclination to follow them. Most of them do not know them, and even if some of them know, they have not the tendency to follow them. They have no faith, nor are they willing to act in terms of the Vedic injunctions. The demons are not clean, either externally or internally. One should always be careful to keep his body clean by bathing, brushing teeth, shaving, changing clothes, etc. As far as internal cleanliness is concerned, one should always remember the holy names of God and chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. The demons neither like nor follow all these rules for external and internal cleanliness. As per behavior, there are many rules and regulations guiding human behavior, such as the Manu Samhita, which is the law of the human race. Even up to today, those who are Hindu follow the Manu Samhita. Laws of inheritance and other legalities are derived from this book. Now, in the Manu Samhita, it is clearly stated that the woman should not be given freedom. That does not mean that women are to be kept as slaves, but they are like children. Children are not given freedom, but that does not mean that they are kept as slaves. The demons have now neglected such injunctions, and they think that women should be given as much freedom as men. However, this has not improved the social condition of the world. Actually, a woman should be given protection at every stage of life. She should be given protection by the father in her younger days, by the husband in her youth, and by the grown-up sons in her old age. This is proper social behavior according to Manu Samhita. But modern education has artificially devised a puffed-up concept of womanly life. And therefore, marriage is practically now an imagination in human society. The social condition of women is thus not very good now. Although those who are married are in a better condition than those who are proclaiming their so-called freedom. The demons, therefore, do not accept the instruction which is good for society. And because they do not follow the experience of great sages and the rules and regulations laid down by the sages, the social condition of the demonic people is very miserable. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, Dandavat Pranam.
Thank you very much. So, I have a class, devotees are waiting for me. Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada, Bhagavad Gita, God one.